boop. There we go. Okay. Hello, guys. How's it going? Hope everybody's doing good. We're gonna be getting into the game today, and I haven't gotten that plugin that I was talking about because I found out there is another way to do what I need to do, and I really didn't feel like restarting the server, so I didn't do that thing. So what I'm gonna do really quickly is I just need to finish pressing the buttons. There's a few buttons I need to press. Okay, those are pressed. And then I need to come over here and I need to press a couple buttons over here as well. What button did I need to press? I need to press this button. Okay. And now we can play the game. Isn't this great? Hello everybody, welcome on in. Swifty, congrats on grabbing first, and thank you for submitting your taxes. Jorby, Cozy. How's it going, Cozy? It's good to see you. Rocky, thank you for submitting your taxes. Welcome on in, everybody. Waffle indeed. How is it going? Hello. So, off stream, I think last time I was on stream, we still had like a little bit of moss to go. I did finish that off stream, I believe. And then I also cut a bunch of trees as well. So, there's a lot less that I have to do today. For those of you who have notifications on, you might have seen that the end is near, and that is like ominous if you're not in the loop, but if you're in the loop, it's kind of like, okay, I saw that coming anyway. King SMP is wrapping up Season 3, and that is like mind-blowing, but it was very spontaneously decided upon, kind of, sort of. I mean, I had a feeling it was going to be this summer anyway, but it's a necessary thing. And in order for me to get as much done on the server as possible, I'm going to be streaming King SMP until the server is over. Pretty much for the next, I guess, like 2 months, 1.5 months. So this server will be closing in like a couple of months. Just throwing that out there before anyone joins. It is still a good server to be on, but don't expect it to be up for super long either. Okay. Let's see. Cozy, thank you for spending your taxes. Appreciate it. How are you? I'm doing okay. I'm pretty tired. That's just medically speaking, though. Physically, or emotionally, rather. I'm feeling pretty good, you know. I've had some good minutes today. Just a couple of good minutes. Hello, Dr. Nowhere. Welcome on in. Poco, welcome. Chad, hello. Hope you're all doing well. Down, left. Down, up, left. Somebody say right. Let's see. Nightfall, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for spending your taxes. Hi, thank you. Hello? Been awake since 3 a.m. this morning at 6 p.m. Dude. You gotta get some sleep. You've got to get some sleep. Climb Pierce DM'd me again? Oh, what'd he say? We back have to do something? No worries, Rocky. Go enjoy your things. We will be here for a little while, so you're all good. Grabbing a piece of gum? Alright. Enjoy your gum, my guy. Hello, how are you? About to steal first place, by the way. I went, hey, let's go, Snacks. How's it going? It's good to see you. Hello. Just want to make sure I don't miss anybody's chats. I've been a long time. We first met? When did we first meet, Chad? I can't sleep until 9 p.m. I gotta fix sleep cycles. That's fair. So you've got 3 hours. You can make it. Today's actually gonna be like a really easy stream, but it's gonna be so mind-numbing. So we might mix in something else as we get closer to the end of stream, just to kind of keep me going a little longer. Because I need to get... Oh man, we need to get a lot done. So As you can see, we are here in this river, which is like, okay, fine. We need to turn all of this into mud. Hi, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for choosing me for your Prime sub. See all this podzol? We need to turn it to dirt. And there is actually an easy way to do this. I thought I could just till it with my hoe, but you can't. But if you hold your hoe in your offhand and you hold your shovel in your other hand, and you just hold right click, you will take care of it all. So this is actually what we're going to be doing today. It'll turn all of this into dirt, and then if we have some time today as well, because I mean this looks like it'll be fast. If we have time today after this, then what we'll do is we'll go to building up over top of all of this, so that we can fill it all in with water pretty quickly too. We'll be flooding it, and then we can turn it all into mud as well, sooner rather than later. It's gonna be sick. If I wanted to sleep at 9 p.m., I would have to wait nearly 21 hours. Dude, it's kind of mind-blowing to me how time zones work. I don't know. King, the water is gonna stop it from turning to dirt. Only on this side, like right here, yeah. But like, I'm just gonna jump on it. See? Like, I mean, it's gonna stop it close, but most of this isn't close to water. So I just gotta, for anything that's not already moisturized, it'll all just, I just gotta wait. That's all. And it's gonna be a while because we still gotta build the huge thing over top of all of this in order to flood that. So it's gonna take a while. This will have plenty of time to go back to dirt. Plus, if I need to, I can turn up random tick speed. So we're chill. King, you built a mountain before, right? What kind of question is that? What kind of question is that, Snacks? Hey, pop the bubble. Hey, let's go. One person needs me to show him how to craft bread. That's great. Lovely. On this day, July 24th, 2025. Right. Yesterday, you were here, right? I remember now. I built a little bit of a mountain. It's actually a mountain range, really. There's not very many peaks yet, but we'll be adding peaks at some point. Stream, thank you very much. Appreciate it, Chad. Thank you. King is the god of mountains. I would not put myself that high, okay? I have spent a lot of time, but there are a lot of people that are much better at it than me. Like, I probably have one of the larger mountain range projects, I think, probably in the entirety of the survival Minecraft community. But I don't think I would put myself above Fwip or Elfie. Both of those two creators, very good at terraforming. I mean, you look at any of the Hermitcraft people too, and they can hold their own as well. They can do more than hold their own. Almost forgot my taxes. Thank you for submitting your taxes. Appreciate it, Snacks. Thank you. I wanted to make one myself. Any tips? Big thing. Don't be afraid to tear it out. You know, what I actually started with, and you'll see it if I go on the underside, actually. So down here, you're gonna see these pillars. I started with these pillars as guidelines. And so I built all these pillars going out all the way until I had figured out how long I wanted my mountain range to be. And so that kind of helped me guide everything. And then I went out away from the pillars. So I stepped from here, and I just stepped out as far as I could until I was right about here. And then I just started building up. You can sort of see the guideline here. Because it wasn't supposed to be as hard of a line right there, but you can see that it definitely was a line. And it just goes up until it hits a peak. I kind of start off. So, here, you know what? Let's actually just build a peak really quick. It won't take me too long. So here's how I do it. I've got spruce logs. That's what I've got. Okay. So we're just gonna build it out of spruce really fast. So you're just gonna do like, so you build up however high you want it. Let's say we want it to be about this high. Sure, that's high enough. So then what I do is I just kind of walk away from it a little bit, and I even walk off to the side. So somewhere right about here, more like here. For the size of this, I don't want to go too far off from the peak. And so then I just start building up. And you don't have to be too methodical with it. As you get higher up, you want to try to... As you can see, I'm already past where I had the original peak, but as you get higher up, you want to try to get a little steeper if you can. And so then you kind of make something like that, right? So that's like a very basic guideline, but then you start stringing these together. So it's like, okay, from here I need to get up to there. So it's going to be a little closer, I think, and we're going to put it right here. So this one's going to have to be a little steeper too. It's going to have to curve a different way in. Let's go one more up. Something like that. And then you would do the same thing over here, let's say, which I'm not going to do right now. But then all you got to do is you just got to fill in the gaps between these 2 points. And so in that case, it's just kind of like placing it like so. And then, you know, very quickly, you're just filling in spots, 2 points on a map. You know, pick a line and just kind of go with it. And then the fun part happens pretty much right after this. We're going to fly down and we're going to look at it. And as you can see, there's a really harsh line right there, and I kind of want to soften that up. So then that's where you just kind of come through. You knock out blocks, you put in new blocks to kind of help. So in this case, I may just add a few blocks right there and then add one here and here. And the reason I'm adding those there is so that it has a little less of a harsh line. Trying to stop myself from repeating patterns, things like that. So that's kind of like a very basic attempt at a mountain. It would look better in stone. I'd recommend nowadays with mountains especially, you should try to do a gradient if you can. So starting with a darker color on the bottom, working your way up, or if you're trying to play around with shadows. For example, if you're doing a cliffside over here, a gradient would look really good, especially in these darker spots up in here. Wherever the light won't usually catch is kind of where you want these darker colors. So trying to make a gradient would probably help you out a little bit as well. I started this probably around the time gradient building was starting to become really popular, and I was scared of it, and so I missed out on probably a really, really cool build that I should have really tried, in all honesty. But that's kind of how I build mountains, and you just start stringing peaks together. And then in the case of this, I started with paper-thin mountains, so you can see the original peaks here. And it was just going to be one string of peaks. That's all it was going to be. And then there was going to be, like, on the other side, it was just going to be down. But I realized that that was really lazy of me, and it didn't look like a mountain range. So I decided to scrap that idea, and so we actually built peaks behind the peaks. So you got peaks here, peaks there, and, you know, eventually I was like, okay, we need a pathway, so we're going to build a pathway out here, and then those peaks are going to be smoothed out a little bit. So this one actually used to be a lot sharper, but we kind of flattened it a little bit, and then we connected it up to this pathway here. And then, you know, adding more layers. That's kind of the big thing with any terraform is layers. So if we go up, say, like, looking at it initially, you don't see a whole lot, but as you look up, you can sort of see there's more stuff up there. Just always adding more is kind of the plan. So up here is like one layer. Then you go back here and it starts another layer where there's like huge cliff there and ever-growing gradient up here where it's slowly getting taller and taller. And back here, there's another layer of build. I mean, just in a second, it'll load in. Or actually, it is back there, sorry. There's another layer that's going to be back there. But back there, another layer. And this gold farm, yeah, it's called my butt. That's crazy, dude. So I would recommend layers upon layers upon layers. That's honestly probably the best advice I could give for mountains. I want to do like a full build tutorial on them at some point in time. I think it would be fun. But just trying to set yourself some rules would be a big one as well, I guess. In the case of like what I'm doing right here, I've determined that up here is going to be a colder elevation than down there. And so I actually also set up a biome gradient, sort of. So it's a little warmer down here because it's a lower elevation. And I think we're also... What direction is this? Which way are we facing? East? So I determined that east was going to be warmer than west. So east over here is kind of like oak trees and things of that nature. Bobby is not working. Okay. But, you know, as you get more over here, it starts kind of becoming more about the pine trees. And those are going to be way over here, all over the place. And then over there, I kind of wanted a different biome. So we went with a cherry tree, cherry grove biome effect here. And then there's actually going to be cherry grove all through up here on top of these cliffs there. And there might even be some over here. And then there's going to be stuff over there as well, more cherry related. And down here, there's a valley with spruce trees. They're going to be huge. I want them to be redwoods if I can. But that's going to be a long way away. Sorry, that was me saying a lot of things, and I don't know if any of that was helpful to you or not, Snacks, but I love talking about mountains. A lot of what I could also recommend is going for realism to some degree. So one thing that I wanted to do is, since up here is more Nordic-inspired areas, it gets really cold out in the archipelago. And so I kind of wanted to base this area off of it, even though it's not at all based off of it in its entirety. I actually went with How to Train Your Dragon with a lot of inspiration. I don't know if you guys watched the first How to Train Your Dragon animated movie. I don't know if it's in the live action. I haven't watched that one yet. But there's this huge bowl that Toothless gets trapped in, and that's where Hiccup finds Toothless in the animated movie. And so I kind of based this area sort of off of that idea of like a huge bowl to be entrapped in. And then I was like, okay, let's add snow. And I really wanted an ice waterfall because, fun fact, when water freezes, you know, it turns into ice, and waterfalls can very much become frozen. And so there's actually going to be a huge cave that's going to be made out of ice in here as well, which is going to be really cool. And that's kind of comes from an element of realism. Water carves out these holes, especially when it starts freezing, because water still finds ways to run until it's frozen solid. And so it would actually come back towards the cliff, and it would start slowly chipping away at this. And so over about 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, you know, however old you think the Earth is, years, you know, millions of years, whatever, what have you, that's going to become a very big cave. So I've kind of worked around with that. That's one big thing. All right, I'm going to catch up on chat. I'm sorry, guys. I get really passionate about mountains. They're really interesting. W stream, thank you, Chad. Appreciate it. This man can kill 35 people and doesn't know how to craft bread. That's crazy. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, if you guys like and subscribe, it actually helps the stream get to more people. And I guess, like, fun little thing that I wanted to tell you guys about. We have officially hit 3,000 watch hours on YouTube, which means we will be monetized soon. I just gotta wait for YouTube to update some of the numbers, but we will have super chats, memberships, and all that stuff available to you guys soon. And then the next stop would be, I guess, 4,000 watch hours, which will grant the ad revenue as well. Which, I don't know if you guys have been getting this yet, but I've actually been given ads on my own videos. I don't get paid for those. So I think YouTube's already testing ads on my content, but I'm not getting paid for it. So you guys aren't going to get ads because I said you're going to get ads. You're getting ads because YouTube is already putting them on my stuff. I seriously appreciate your guys' support, though. Genuinely, it's been a lot of a lot of fun doing YouTube, and I'm seeing your guys' like your love for some of the videos and some of the streams, especially. And so I just wanted to say thank you guys for that. Can I build a machine called the orbital cannon on your SMP? Probably not a good idea. I mean, if you wanted to, you've got like 1.5 months to build it, but you won't be able to blow up anybody's base with it. Creeper, aw man, Gamer Pro. Hello, Mountain Fear, welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes, appreciate it. Hello, Maddie. 10 out of 10 stream on the chat, thank you. It was helpful, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. I was thinking of kind of like a smallish plateau with a tiny castle and cherry trees around. Okay. Okay, I see. I can see the vision. Okay. I don't have it on this instance. I was gonna say, I could show you one of my earlier terraforms that featured something similar to that. It had like a plateau that had a castle on it, and like it was cliff all around, and then there was a plateau. It didn't have anything leading up to it. That is one interesting thing you can do with a lot of builds, though, is having that pathway lead up. So like this path, it is, I don't know how long it is. It's however long this is, but it goes up and up. You know, that's what it does, to get you a little higher into the valley, or higher into the mountain, and then it goes back down to get you down into this valley. And then it's going to go right back up, but we use a lot of forced perspective in this build. I doubt we're going to be able to do all of this, but it's my goal to try to. We will see. We will see if we can finish it all. Which reminds me, I need to actually probably get back to work now. But, yeah. Yeah, you can do a lot with mountains, so I highly recommend giving it a shot. But cherry trees and a small castle, I'm all for that. Let me go and tear down this little spruce mountain I made here. Let's see, how's my favorite king? Hello, Spicy, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm very tired, but that's just, medical things, I guess. I'm always tired, and I really want to get that fixed, but there's too many tests that I gotta go through in order to get that fixed as quickly as I'd like it to be. Wait, so we watch ads and no one benefits but YouTube? Pretty much, yeah. At least starting out. I mean, I guess that money probably does go into the creator fund. Some of it does. So, like, in a roundabout way, some people are benefiting from it, but not the people you're watching necessarily. I mean, it might be. You guys will... I mean, at the rate things are going, I'll be benefiting from ad revenue by the end of this year. Which is crazy to me. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. Let's see. Once I get more done, would you like me to send some screenshots? Absolutely, Snacks. Yes. Absolutely. I love seeing what you're doing. Like, anybody that has a build that they want to show off, you can either send it to the Discord, or if I'm on your friends list, you can send it to my DMs. Like, I love seeing what you guys are up to, and if you want advice, ask me for it. I'm not necessarily going to give you unprompted advice, because I'm always worried how it's perceived. I don't want people to think that I'm just critiquing them for the sake of critiquing them. And so sometimes I won't tell you, like, hey, you could probably improve upon this thing, just because I'm worried that it's going to offend you. If you're looking for advice, just tell me specifically, like, hey, could you tell me what you think? Like, honestly. And I'll probably tell you. It's just I'm always worried that I'm going to offend somebody. So I don't say things sometimes. What would the World Terror... What about the World Terror, a machine that destroys anything, like, destroy everything? Did somebody come through and start doing this, or did I do all this? Pi, you are a beautiful soul. Thank you so much. We got special forces, guys. What can I say, guys? You know, you're my hero, dude. You're seriously my hero. Songwriting is going on very PogChamp. W, dude. W. Can you tell us anything about the songs you're writing, or do you want to keep that secret for now? It's cool either way. Yo, whoever is my number one, we're beefing. I did build a castle with, I did build a very steep and thin path that winds around the side and then leads up to the castle. Okay, I gotcha. Nice. I think next season we're gonna be building some more castles. I'm gonna build some more castles. I'm gonna build more towns, and there's gonna be a lot of cool terrain that we're gonna get to do all the time. Next season of King SMP is going to feature just me building a lot of different things. Not necessarily one mega base, although I will probably build a mega build at some point. I've realized that this server really is a collaborative project, and I need to treat it as such instead of being my own guy. I really want to do more building with you guys, so that means building spawns and outposts and areas that you guys are going to go get to explore, and possibly even turning some of that into videos, and you guys are able to help with other builds as well if you'd like. You know, when does next season start? I don't know yet. It just depends on when I can get all the hardware for it. It's going to cost a lot of money. For those of you who haven't seen that in the Discord, we're looking at it being probably about $3,000, but it'll fund the season for the next 10 years, basically. So it's going to be very, 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 very expensive. But it's going to be very, 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 very worth it. So I'm all for it. It's just, I got to pony up the money is the thing. And that requires a job, which is kind of what I'm waiting on. But at the rate things are moving right now, I'm thinking YouTube might be the option to fund this, which is weird to say. King, please sense that word. My bad, my bad. Employment. I need employment. I need to do a task to get currency in my pockets. There we go. Sorry. My bad. My bad. Let's see. I thought you knew my homie Snacks. Snacks is awesome. Snacks is awesome. Personally, is there a world where when your DMs publicly open back up? Probably not. I really like the idea of it, but I know for my own mental well-being, I probably shouldn't. I had to close them because of my own mental well-being, in all honesty, and I know that sounds like so... I don't know. It sounds like I'm being a baby, but I had a lot of spam. I had a lot of children. I had a lot of people who want something out of me. You know, everybody wants something, and that paranoia was hitting hard with having my DMs open. So it was just easier to say, once I trust you enough and you're on my friends list, then you can DM me. So I was getting like 7 or 8 DMs from different people a day. Which is like, oh, woe is me, I'm so popular or whatever. I don't know. It sounds so silly, but once you're being bugged that often, it starts to really dawn on you just how annoying that is. And that's not me saying if you're on my friends list, don't annoy me. Like, please annoy me. But it's more so when I hardly know some of these people and they're constantly lighting me up asking for free stuff on the SMP or asking me to raid them on Twitch or whatever. It's kind of like, I don't know, that's bad practice anyway. Don't ask somebody to raid you. That's just, I would happily give you guys an explanation on that if you don't understand why that's bad. But that's just not a good call. Turn around the J slur now, even worse. My bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm uncultured. Personally, I try to open to advice, even if it's unprompted, because in the end, it's just trying to help them. I know, and I really should try to take that as well, because I always am looking for advice, even though I never say it. Or sometimes I do say it, but I don't get it. But I'm always open to people giving me advice. It's just I'm worried how people will perceive what I'm saying, and I don't want them to think I'm being mean. Because sometimes I have genuine things that I'd like to say, and it's like, hey, by the way, this came off this way. Here's a way you can improve. And that's the big thing. If you give somebody a way to improve upon what they've done, then you're good. If you're just telling them straight up, this sucks, then it's like, okay, maybe you're being a little bit mean. But if you can tell them one thing they can do to make it a little better, then you're fine. Speaking of songwriting, my album is done. I added some wacky songs. Hey, let's go. W. Big W for Spicy there. How's everyone? I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself, Maddie? I'm pretty tired, but, you know, outside of that, it's okay. It's okay. Romance songs, that's all I got. Hey, nothing wrong with a couple of romance songs. That's kind of primarily what I end up listening to nowadays, in all honesty. Even worse. I'm gonna head to bed now. Good night. Thanks for the advice. No problem, Snacks. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Can't say that either. I'm back. Welcome back, Chad. I'm back. It's been a hot minute. Welcome back, Mr. Dog. Hope you're doing well. I'm playing Fortnite. Nice. Nice. I used to play Fortnite. I was talking to a kid earlier today, and he was talking about Fortnite and Minecraft and all that stuff, and it was like, okay, that's fine. I can get behind some conversations about video games, honestly. But he was talking about all this stuff, and I did not understand at all what he was talking about. He's like, oh, well, when did you play Fortnite? And I was like, chapter 1. I was like, I played not too long ago in, like, chapter 2. And he's like, chapter 2? You mean, like, season 2? I'm like, no. Like, we're on chapter, like, 6, maybe even 7. I'm like, oh. I've been out of the game. I had no clue Fortnite was that far along. So I feel very old because I was like, oh, well, you know, they only do like one chapter a year, don't they? Like, well, I mean, like, chapter 1 was like seven years ago. I'm like, oh, okay. You're all good, Pi. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it now so that we don't have to do it later. There we go. Let's see. Clouds look beautiful. Thank you. I can't take credit for them. I mean, I didn't make them. But this is complimentary reimagined. It's the Java Edition shader pack I use. If you guys do ! Shaders, I actually have a full video explaining the setup I use for my shaders. But you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. I just thought I'd throw that out there if you're looking for it. I literally have nothing else to do, so I might as well help get this done fast. You're amazing, dude. Seriously. There's actually going to be plenty of projects that you guys can help with my base if you'd like. Especially if you've been playing on this season a lot and you just feel like you can contribute in some meaningful way, I will happily do whatever I need in order to allow you guys to help. So if you need like a schematic for something, I will send you schematics for the trees. If you want to build some trees or something, I'll send you, or I can give you stone so you can build some cliffs for me. You know, if you want to fill in some dirt, you're more than welcome to fill in some dirt up in the mountain range. You know, like I will accept help because we're at the end of the season and I just need the help. And I can always, if you end up being a griefer and you just have been posing for this long anyway, I will just roll back everything you did. So like, it's not gonna hurt me. It's only gonna waste your time. Hey King, on your server I have 3 options. There's /Dunefall, Frosthold, and Bonsai Grove. Which one do I do? Any of them. They all take you to the same world. Dunefall, Frosthold, and Bonsai Grove are all just outposts. So they're locations that we built to get everybody kind of spread out amongst the world a little bit more and into biomes that they actually cared about. And so what you'll see is that, you know, they all have their own cosmetics about them. I would recommend Bonsai Grove personally, but I also helped make it. I spent a lot of time on that one. First couple of months of streaming on YouTube actually were surrounding the idea of working on Bonsai Grove. Fast farming indeed. How's it going, Jaden? Welcome on in. My channel has grown quite a bit since last time I watched your live. Well, that's awesome to hear, dude. Congrats. I'm glad to hear it. My channel's been doing pretty good too. I know it's not all about the numbers, but it's hard not to look at them and say this is a measurement of success. And that's been kind of the case recently, especially. But congratulations, that's awesome, dude. Question, do you play Balatro? I don't. Is it any good, though? I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I never actually got to hop on the hype train for it, but I thought it sounded cool. Just gonna go across like this. Can you put the IP in chat? If you do !IP, it'll post it in chat, but you can also see it in the pinned messages. I love it. That's awesome. I might check out Balatro sometime then. Let's see. I'm good on the server now. Nice. Well, welcome on into the server. Also, if you guys are having any issues with the server, let me know. And if you have any suggestions for next season as well, let me know. The season planning for season 4 will actually be... I'll be sending out a form probably in the next couple of weeks regarding the next season and what you guys want to see in it, and then a feedback form for what you guys didn't like about season 3, what you did like, and also possibly a feedback form based on some ideas we have for next season. So you guys will get to see some of that soon. So if you're in the Discord, or if you're not in the Discord and you want to be, do !IP. But if you're in the Discord, I'll be pinging the SMP members for that. So just keep your eyes peeled. Let's see. I accidentally chunk banned myself. Oof. Gambling, but you don't lose money. Nice. I always do love gambling without losing money. What's this portal at Bonsai Grove? That is another portal. That one does just take you to the nether. It doesn't take you anywhere special. Not yet. I might do special portals at some point, though. That could be cool. Let's see. It feels weird not having music to work on. I've been so busy. Now I'm not busy. I'm still the owner, but I hired a CEO who knows how to run a company, so I've just been lazy. Oh, okay, I gotcha. That's fair. I don't blame you on that. Running a company is stressful. It is very, very stressful. It's not working? I assure you it is working. I am seeing the chat messages pop up on my chat bar. It is posting right there in the chat. What are you guys doing? I am turning all this podzol into dirt, and then we're gonna flood this area so that it has water over top of it, and then I'm gonna hold a bottle and I'm going to turn all of this dirt into mud, which is something that I will need help with. So if anybody wants to help me turn this into mud, literally all you have to do is hold a bottle while you're underwater and fill it with water and then put it on the dirt. That's all you're gonna have to do. It's gonna be a really easy task. So that is gonna be something you guys will be able to help with if you'd like. I love this song. The new Minecraft songs have been pretty good. I've been loving them. Just wanna make sure I'm caught up on chat. I'm so sorry, guys. It's getting hard for me to read chat sometimes. I get so distracted and caught up in, like, yapping that I forget to read chat sometimes. It makes me feel bad if I miss your guys' messages. So if I miss something, and it's something that you wanted me to read, like, please, feel free to post it again. Like, just don't spam. But, you know, it's okay to say the same thing a couple of times so that I do see it. Is it Minecraft, Java, and Bedrock? Yes. Yes, this is. Is there laws against the trees, or can I get wood from the trees? If it's, like, right on top of Bonsai Grove, we kind of encourage you to go a little bit a ways away from it, but, as long as it's not a central part of the build, you're fine. So, you know, like, if you're taking the trees from the middle of the pond, that would be bad, but, anything around it, I think, is pretty much free game. I will unretire if Microsoft hires me to work on a song for Minecraft. Dude, that would be amazing. That would be so cool, actually. I'll work on that side afterwards. Where is King at? I am at my base. After you select an area to start in, you can always TPA to me if you'd like. What are you guys? I already read that. Okay, sweet. So, let's see. How long do we have, and how much do you guys think we can get done? So the base is nowhere near done, really. After we finish this river, I'm thinking we'll probably spend time out in the mountain range, because that's like the big part. Although I do want to spend some time in the volcano as well. How do I play Minecraft Bedrock Edition? Is on my phone. You can play on your phone, yeah. So you just gotta copy the IP and port and post that into the places that they're supposed to be in, and you can join off of your phone. Yep. Next season, we'll hopefully have an easier IP to remember. So that way you can actually just type it out yourself. But I just got to get the domain names all sorted out and directing to the right places. But we're going to actually host a website as well where you guys will be able to get world downloads. I do have a minor announcement. That will be a bigger announcement later on, but I am going to be doing world downloads soon. I know a lot of people have been asking for them, and I felt really bad because I haven't been able to give them out. But I'm going to do a limited run on Google Drive where you guys will be able to get some of the world downloads. They'll be coming out one at a time, probably around the time of their anniversary anyway, just until I can host them in a more permanent place. So you guys will get to see the Season 0 world coming up in, like, August, like at the beginning of August. Then you'll see another Season 1 world. That'll be around September, the beginning of September. Then we'll have, if Season 3 wraps up at a timely manner, we'll get the Season 3 download out before Season 2. And then Season 2 will be after that. It's just, I gotta make sure there's enough space on my drive for all that. But yeah. I'd go on a walk, but it's 95. Oof. That's way too hot. King, can I TP to you? If you've selected a place to start at, yes. Otherwise, you won't have permissions to do anything until you select a location. That's actually how we guarantee that people aren't bypassing the rules and such, is they have to select a starting location. What makes a season a season? We change seasons based on the world. So, oh, there it goes. I think I know what's causing that, and I'm kind of tempted to try to change it, but it's gonna change everybody's IP. And I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But we do it based off of worlds, so... Oh, hang on. Okay, there we go. We do it based off of worlds, so every world is a new season. Next season may be the last season in the sense that we just don't reset the world. But I'm looking into options on how to make that still fun for everybody. Because I know there are a lot of people out there who would really like to still have world resets and such. But I'm thinking about doing a personal progress reset as an option. So like a /reset command. That would essentially... it would reset your own data. So it would keep all of the builds that you've claimed, but not under you. It would actually be moved to an admin claim. So it maintains that for you. And it removes all the inventory spaces out of you. So it takes away all your achievements, all of your inventory, all your ender chests. And it will basically set you up as a brand new player, essentially. And so that will be one way that we can actually keep things a little more fun for people and so that they have something to do. I don't know if that's going to be an easy thing to add, but it sounds easy to me. And I'm hoping that, you know, people will get to utilize that if that's what they so desire. Because I think a lot of people really do like the idea of starting fresh, but they don't want to do all the stuff themselves. So having a way to easily refresh your inventories and easily start yourself over would be really easy. It'd be really nice. Minecraft is breaking. You stuck then? You can get very much stuck in the server, yes. There are some places you can get stuck. Let's see. How do you TP to someone? If you do /TPA, it will request to teleport to somebody. Let's see. Why did I get kicked? So the server goes down every once in a while. I think I could probably fix it if you guys want me to try to. All of our ping will probably be worse or more unstable, but it should stop that crashing from happening, which would be good. So it's up to you guys. We can pick our poison. And I could probably do it right here, right now. But I'm not 1000% certain. It would also change the IP, because it's our proxy that keeps dying. So, in order to fix it, it may be one of those things where I have to remove the proxy from the equation. Which would theoretically fix things. I don't know, though. Let's see... Minecraft is breaking. Doing a Nerfy video? Who's Nerfy? I actually don't know who that is. If I do /TPA, then the player's name? Yes. Yes, you do. I see, off topic, but how do you know if you made the right choice? Like... In what context? Or just in general, I guess. There are two ways to take that. I mean, I guess in like the context of generally, okay. I would say that's hard. That's a hard thing to decide because sometimes the right thing and the hard thing are the same. So I won't ever tell you that it's the easy thing that makes it right. There you go. Hello. Hello, welcome. Usually for me, there is a feeling within my bones and within my heart and my soul that feels right. And it doesn't mean it's not gonna hurt. It doesn't mean it's not gonna feel bad to do, but it will feel right. It will just... Even though it sucks to do sometimes, it's like, okay. I'm trying to think of a 6-7. What about 6-7? I don't know. Anyway, 6-7. Okay. I don't know. It's a joke, King. I understand that it's probably a joke. I just don't know what that's related to. YouTube chat's about to go nuts. I don't understand what you're saying, but okay. Anyway, right and wrong, I guess, like, biggest thing. One thing that you can do is kind of like have a system in place to help you determine if it's right or wrong. So, does this help other people? Does this help me? Does this hurt other people? Does this hurt me? And then also just making a pros and cons list. Like, unironically, pros and cons lists are life-changing. That was so loud. Oh my gosh. That should be a block sound. Why was that so incredibly loud? Hang on. It's gonna, like, explosion, I guess. Is that an arrow cannon? That was not an arrow cannon. That was not an arrow cannon. That, my friends, was preserved pie, blowing everybody up. That was beautiful. I was not expecting that. It scared me. Oh, man. Okay. Hello, people. Hello. Welcome on in. It doesn't help, but it doesn't necessarily hurt. Okay. Hello. So, like, I'm just trying to think. Sometimes there isn't necessarily a right or wrong thing to do either. Sometimes it just is a thing. Examples, there have been times where I have tried to think of whether or not I'm doing the right thing in content. Like, I love content. I think it's amazing. But there have been days where I am, like, probably one of the least successful people when it comes to it. Not that success should be the defining factor of whether you do or don't do content. It is a factor to some degree, depending on how much you do. And, I have found that, you know, I find that what I'm doing helps people. And it also helps me a lot. But I could also go do other things that helps people and helps me. So, there is no right or wrong choice on whether to keep doing it, other than just the deep feeling that I get from it that makes me say, it just feels right. To be away from Twitch and YouTube for so long feels so incredibly wrong. Like, you get that with people too. To be away from them feels wrong. To be with them feels right. That's true about hobbies and about jobs and about choices. It just something about it provides this almost peace to you that you wouldn't otherwise have. When you're away from it, it puts your life into some amount of dissatisfaction and disarray, I guess. I don't know. How beefy does your rig have to be to stream on 2 platforms? It's actually really not about how beefy your PC is, but it's actually about how beefy your Wi-Fi is, or your Ethernet, depending on which one you're running, but it's about your network. So if your internet can handle streaming to 1 platform, there's a good chance it can do 2. So long as you can do 1, you're probably able to do 2. My PC, if you're asking, it is an RTX 3070 AMD Ryzen 9 3900 XT processor. It is a beefy computer, especially for its time. I mean, I built this thing like 4 or 5 years ago. But, or I guess, yeah, it's been 5 years now. Maybe even coming up on 6. I don't know. But I built this a while ago. It's a good PC, but it doesn't have to lift a finger to do multi-streaming, because multi-streaming really isn't that intense. Especially if you already have like an NVIDIA graphics card. NVIDIA encoding is a pretty good thing. There's already hardware set aside in your PC for it, so it's not going to hurt your gameplay at all, usually. The encoding is the only thing that might suffer occasionally, but it should be able to keep up. The violet person is me? Okay, gotcha. Sweet. I'll try to keep that in mind. I guess I may need more time. That's fair. That's fair. Not always my OG PC with a Core 2 Duo. E8 400 with a R9 for 360. My network was good. My hardware was not. That's fair. That is fair. I should say any modern. I don't want to say your PC is like terrible, but a Core 2 Duo is not great. It would not be considered, I guess, modern is the word I'm looking for. Which is okay. Like, you know, you work with what you got. And I respect that. Where, like, I would say as long as you have a quad core, you probably could do it. You may be able to do a dual core setup, but I would be hesitant to try. But multi-cores, anything with probably 4 cores at minimum, I would trust that. It was bad when I got it back in 2018. That tracks. That does track. My PC is a 1080 Ti NVIDIA i3900, 16 gigabytes of memory. It should be able to run. It just depends on what you're streaming, I suppose. That's the other thing. So 16 gigs of RAM is good, but honestly, I would say 32 is probably the minimum most computers should be going for now. If you're playing modern games. If you're just playing Minecraft, 16 is fine. Unless you're doing something super modded that really just needs the extra allocation. But 16 should be okay for most people when it comes to just Minecraft. But if you're playing, like, let's say, what's a pretty new game that people are playing that would require some RAM? Let's say, like, if you're playing GTA 6, I know that's not out yet, but it will be. You're gonna need probably 32 gigs of RAM in order to stream it. You know what body cam is? I am familiar with it, yes. My second gen i7 GTX 1650 Super Smash is streaming on 3 platforms. What platforms do you stream on, Spicy? I'm assuming Twitch, YouTube, but what's the third one? I'm curious. 64 gigs of RAM. Hey, let's go, dude. And the 1650 is actually a pretty decent card. It still kicks. I have 64 gigs of RAM too. That was partially due to the fact that I wanted, I was originally going to be, like, into animation and stuff. That was, like, what I really wanted to do. But it ended up working out for me in the long run because everybody needed a lot of RAM at that point. We were getting into the ray tracing era, and so a lot of your big, like, 4K textures that your game has get stored in RAM. It also gets stored in VRAM, but VRAM is kind of special. So the more RAM you have, just the better in general. I also have, like, a lot of browser tabs. My RAM goes into that. My PC can run it? Okay, I gotcha. Body Cam is a very, very good game in terms of graphic capability. So if your PC can run it, you're not doing too bad. Let's see. YouTube vertical. Main channel for more reach. Horizontal YouTube for people who prefer that, and YouTube chat and Twitch. I have the headroom for TikTok too. They declined me. Okay, I gotcha. Nice. I used to do horizontal YouTube, but as well, but we were having issues with connectivity. Where I live, my ISP really hates it when I send, like, massive amounts of packets, I guess. I don't know. Actually, I have that issue with my church computer as well. We stream out there, and they have the same set of issues where their live packets gets dropped for no reason, really. But it's only the live upload packets. We still have everything else just fine. Charter has gotten alright. I just overpay, that's why I don't like him. That's fair. That is so fair. All the mods is where my PC gets a little hot. Okay. That's fair. I have not played modded in a while. We also just got fiber. Okay, gotcha. I think some of my connectivity issues could be solved if I hardlined at least, but that's not going to solve all of them. It would reduce some of the issues, but it wouldn't solve it. Which I really do want to get a line put in. We're supposed to be getting fiber out here as well at some point, but when you kind of live out in the middle of nowhere, that's gonna take its time. That would probably also help a lot of my issues, possibly. I don't know that to be sure, but I think it would help some of it. My ISP has to micromanage some things. They came out and unplugged our internet once because apparently there was some noise on our block, or our grid, whatever they called it. I can't remember. I think they said grid. And they said they said we didn't know what house it was coming from, but we figured it was yours. So they unplugged our Wi-Fi and said, we're gonna send somebody out to look at it. Our modem was just like ever so slightly unplugged from the coax cable, so it was apparently creating some static, but it wasn't enough to be an issue for everybody on the grid. So we're thinking that there was probably an issue somewhere else, but they did at least have some amount of valid reasoning for unplugging us. But it's like, they really do micromanage out here in terms of usage, it feels like, anyway, to me. You know my state, right? I think so, yeah. Let's see. I do need to look into TikTok streaming. I've been told by a couple of people to try it, so I may give it a shot at some point soon. I don't know if I will or not, though. I gotta talk to some people, but I don't know who I can talk to about it, because I know some people who are... I know some people who do it, but I know the way they do it isn't conducive to what I need. I need to be able to do multi-streaming, and I need to be able to read. I need to be able to read the chats all in one window, because I have 3 chats. And I need to also be able to see all my other stuff over here, and there's just not one good window for it, except having it through OBS. Also, because I don't have a Stream Deck. I really need to get one. If I would just suck it up and buy one, I would probably be okay. To remove OBS as a main window I'm looking at, but... they're so expensive. I mean, I could buy, like, a Neo, but I don't think a Neo is big enough for me. I was talking to one of my friends, and he was like, no, you're one of the people that could actually utilize an XL. Which I have thought about that as well, as getting the XL. But they're very expensive, so I don't know. Do you know what state I'm from, King? I don't know, Rocky. I actually don't know. Back. Ah, I see. Okay. You know what? I didn't even catch on to that. You have mentioned that you're from Canada. I forgot about that. Canadian over here, yeah. Because I went on my rant about pizza and about CC's, and then you were like, I don't know if we have one. And then I was like, let me look, and or maybe you looked. I don't remember. Somebody looked, though. I kind of remember that now. I think that was you. We're gonna take a break from this here in a second, because I'm already growing bored of it. This is such a boring task. It is so boring. Yeah, there's one in Toronto, remember? Yes, yes. So, we're X rank. That's crazy. Oh, player locator bar. I forgot about that. Love the locator bar. It's pretty nice. Also, just so you guys know, if you want to turn off your locator bar, you can do /locator. We have a command for that, so you guys can turn it off at any time you want. I'm on 1.21. Ah, okay. You can still use the command and people won't be able to see your player on there, or it should. It should let you. But it's not going to change anything visually for you, I suppose. I'm collecting resources for my house. Nice, let's go. I have a question for some of you guys, especially any longer-term King SMP players. I have a question regarding a possibility of like doing a time capsule of sorts. So, at the end of the season, I'd kind of like to do something special, and so what I was thinking was maybe we do a time capsule, or alternative, we do that, and then we also do a thing at spawn. And so what that would be is you guys could submit a book and quill, and I would happily give everybody one book and quill if we need to. But you guys write down your player name and all the coordinates to your bases, what they're called, things like that, and mark it down. And then I'll put it out in the archives so that anybody who wants to go visit those bases will actually have them in the world download. It'll all be in the archives chamber, so you guys could actually go and see those cool builds, and you'd have an easy way to find that. That is something I want to do, but I wanted to see if anybody had any thoughts on that. I know Jorby seems to like it, but I wasn't sure if anybody else had like a thought on that or not. Okay. We're gonna have to repair my hoe before long. Don't talk about pizza, there's gonna be another rant. You guys want to talk about pizza? Because there's this really cool place. There's this really, really, really cool place, okay? Hear me out. I'm trolling. I would never subject you guys to another pizza rant. Even though we all know that CC's Pizza is the greatest, I don't feel like I need to say it anymore. That's all. Don't do it. I won't, don't worry. Costco's the best? Okay, but CC's has all-you-can-eat pizza. Costco, you have to buy each slice. So, like, I'm not saying you're wrong, but, like, you know. See you, Cube. Thanks for hanging out. I have to stand up before long. My body is doing its thing. So I've discovered something, and this is like something I talked to you guys before about, but I didn't understand it at the time. So I'm gonna be able to talk to you guys about it now. My body does this thing where it stops the autonomic. I don't know. It stops the automatic process for breathing, and it slows down my heart whenever I'm like really exhausted, which is all the time because we don't know. I slept actually pretty good last night, which sounds like really concerning. You're like, King, what do you mean you just don't breathe sometimes? I mean, I just don't breathe. Last night I was editing, and I was really trying to get that video done, and I feel so bad because I keep trying to get this video done, and it's just not happening. I'm sitting there working on this, and I realized, like, I hadn't breathed in 2 minutes. I'm barely awake. And I'm like, like, absolutely gasping for air, because it's like, dude, this is... I just realized I'm out of breath. And, yeah, I looked it up. That's, like, apparently something that's out of exhaustion. So, I just gotta figure that out. But, we're gonna... I'm gonna talk to my doctor about that. Although, I asked ChatGPT about it. I use ChatGPT to help me a little bit with medical stuff because it can cross-reference a lot of data. It's really good at that. But essentially, it for some reason wanted to flag as obstructive sleep apnea, which is not at all accurate because I wasn't asleep. And I wasn't in a sleeping position either. I was very much fully awake, trying to stay awake, upright, and it was still having that issue. So I don't know. I mean, I may still have it, but I don't think that's what it is. Okay, because we lived in a very rural spot. I bought farmland to put the Spicy Records building. Charter refused to connect the Spicy Records building being built because they don't have any hookups near. Here's the problem: the Spicy Record building is across the highway from my house where we paid them 10 years ago to put the cables for. And they told us it would extend to that property. I see. So, was that in writing at all anywhere? Do you know? Because if it was, you can definitely hold them to their word on that. And if they still refuse, then take it to a lawyer and sue them. You could probably sue them right now, technically, if it's in writing anywhere. But that's the trouble. Sometimes, even 10 years ago, we still had a lot of trust in people, and so we didn't hold brands and companies accountable and telling them, like, hey, I want that in writing, because we kind of trusted them to stay good on their word. But now it's kind of like very common. It's like, nope, I know you're gonna try to say you didn't say that just to get out of it, so no, you're gonna give that to me in writing. It's going to be in your office, it's going to be in my office. This is going to get done. Thinking about offices, I can't wait until I actually have, like, I don't necessarily need a separate area to do recordings and such. It would be kind of nice to have, like, a separate building, but I can't wait till I actually have a space that's different from my bedroom to record and stream in, because that has been an ongoing issue. Is I've realized I'm only ever in my room. Like, I almost never get to leave. It becomes very maddening in here. So I can't wait until, like, that's something I can get away from. It'd be really cool. Yeah, we showed them the contract and they were like, the cables aren't physically there. Anyway, I threatened legal action, so they should bury them next week. Glad my dad got that in writing, though. Yeah, absolutely, dude. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're able to get those put in. Yeah, and good on you for threatening them. It's bad that you have to do that, but they're all about turning a profit. I get it to a certain degree, but also, like, you promised And I know it's not good for them to have to go back out and do it, but, you know, that's something you guys paid for 10 years ago. So, you know, it's time that they fulfill their end of the deal. He always said, don't trust companies. If they had your best interest at heart, they'd fail. Oh, absolutely. Your dad is a very smart man, at least in this instance. I don't know if he's always smart, but he sounds pretty sensible to me. Because that is 100% accurate. Who knew Deep Slate was so annoying to mine? True. I hate mining Deep Slate so much. We were mining a little bit yesterday, and unless you have like a really good topic to talk about while you're mining Deep Slate, it is the most annoying thing to ever mine. Let's see. I kind of need a building for the amount of employees I have. Yeah, I bet. I'm curious, how, if you're allowed to say, how many employees do you have? I'm really curious, because it sounds like your business is doing pretty good, which is awesome, dude. Let's see. I need just about 5 stacks, and I have no iron, so it's so slow. Oh, I see. I do have some iron, if you'd like. I have a lot of iron. I could just give you like a stack of iron blocks if you want. I don't know though, he got screwed over by his own business partner. Tried to steal his company and just leave. It's looking like he's winning the lawsuit. He as in like your dad or his business partner? Yes, please, that would help, especially how much other resources I need. Yeah, I got you, dude. Let me just finish up this row right here, and I'll go get some. My dad got screwed over. Okay, I gotcha. That's a bummer. Hopefully it goes in his favor. But I know sometimes the courts aren't always... They're not always... How do I put this? They're not... They're set up in a way to do what's legally right, but not always what is morally right. Sometimes the laws are written in a way that allow people to screw you over as legally as they want. And that's awful. But it's written that way for good intentions. It's just people misuse some of those loopholes, and it's awful. Okay, let me TPA to Violate. Hey, you wanted tribal outro and stuff? I could stream or send you a video of me playing it if you want. I've watched a couple of my friends play. But, I mean, if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to send as many videos as you'd like in the Discord. Also, very nice. I like the location you picked here. This is pretty cool. Thank you. No problem. No problem. This is actually a really cool area, dude. Did you build that? That looks cool. I don't know if that's your build, but that looks really cool. I'm loving it. Let's see. I'm buying the Alexander Hamilton biography, then tomorrow's Stephen King book about time travel, and John F. Kennedy. Nice. Awesome. No? Okay. I'm gonna go check it out then. If it was your build, I wanted to wait for a minute, just because I didn't know if it was something that you were wanting to wait until it was done. /DOI. Whose is this? No data. Whose is this? I doubt it was Alexis. Just because that was 26 days ago and that's when they took some bones out of it. But it could have been. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of the sad thing about King SMP right now. I don't know. There are a lot of builds out here that we're just gonna run into one day. And I have no clue who they belong to. Okay. What Stephen King book is about time travel? I'm curious. I don't read very much, although I've heard Stephen King is a very talented writer. I know, I don't know of any books necessarily about him and from him that have time travel as a point, as far as I'm aware. 11/22/63. That sounds made up, but I'm gonna believe you. Spicy Records is about 39 employees. Okay, dang. That's actually very successful. Okay. You're doing great, dude. Keep it up. Like, actually. A novel by American author Stephen King about a time traveler who attempts to prevent the assassination of United States President John F. Kennedy. Oh, that's the date. Okay, I got you. I'm following. I'm following now. That actually does sound like an interesting book. I really wish I could get into reading. I just have a hard time focusing. Movies have a easier time captivating me just because I don't have to try to visualize. When I'm trying to visualize, it gets hard for me to stay focused on the reading portion. I get too far into the imaginative side, which is, it's a thing. It's an okay thing. It's just, you know. You know what? I have 2 beds up here. I don't need 2 beds. Let's just, like, move this one down here, and I'll have it so I can sleep whenever I want. There we go. I wish I could get unaddicted to reading. I have a reading addiction now. That's not a terrible thing, at least. I mean, there's worse things to be addicted to. There are definitely worse things to be addicted to. I have currently 15 books I want to read, and now I'm buying 2 more. You actually are a bookworm, then. I know some people who are really into reading, and they would be buying books left, right, and center, and never got to finish any of them. Ooh, okay. That's a really pretty build. I like it, Maddie. Oh, that's where I know you from. I'm sorry. I was really confused because I knew your name, but I felt bad because I didn't know exactly from where. I felt really, really bad. And I saw our mutual servers. Okay. We're good. King Elfie. That tracks. That makes sense. Oh. It's just moss. I thought that was moss carpet. My bad. Let's see. I have currently 15 books I want to read, and I'm buying 2 more. I finished the first Percy Jackson book. Okay. Did you like it? Finished a book I read. I read. Oh, yeah, you finished a book that you started reading. Yes, yes. That's pretty good. I'll tell you what, that's good. That's actually really, really good. Now, I will say this, and maybe this is me being ignorant, I don't know. But I have always had this question. I haven't had the courage to ask anyone that, like, actually properly loves books. But what's the difference, like, why buy the book when you could go to the library and get the book and pay nothing for it? Like, no judgment here. No judgment here. I really do want to understand, that's all. Like, I get it if, like, you read it from the library and you're like, this is a really good book, I want to read it again sometime, so I'm going to go and buy it. Or I read the first one from the library and I liked it, so I'm going to buy the whole set. Like, I get that, but I don't know. It's just something that has always crossed my mind. I won't lie, I've been called stupid for how I pay my artists. I give them 80% commission with room for more. Most deals are, we give you X amount of dollars for X amount of albums. Is this promote really trying to help push yourself? Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, what you're doing is you're saying if you're making good music and you're doing well, then we're gonna be doing well as well. So it's a win-win. We sign you on if you're doing a good job, and we both get paid really well because you're doing a good job. And they're taking a pretty significant cut of the portion as well. I don't know what all your label does in terms of helping them. I'm assuming you probably do a lot of the promotion materials. You probably help give guidance, especially when it comes to like artwork and such. You probably do a lot of that initial funding. You provide a studio space for them, maybe. And you know, they just bring the talent. 80% for talent is actually really good because a lot of places are gonna screw you over. They're gonna underpay you so that they get more money out of you. I'm just used. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. I'm in the smallest town in the world. I mean, I'm in the smallest town in the world. My town's smaller than you. No, don't even, man. Don't even. I've got like 4 libraries within driving distance of me. Probably like maybe 2 that, well, I wouldn't walk to one of them, but I could probably walk to the other one if I had to. 1 year, 10 months, and 26 days. Dang, dude. Jeez. Also in this place called the South, Percy Jackson isn't in a single library near me. I'm on a book about kids who are children of gods they worship and pray to in the South. That is in no library. Libraries are government owned. Or they should be, at least. They don't have to subscribe to... In fact, actually, some of them are required to maintain a list of material like that. That'd be like saying they wouldn't have Marvel movies because Thor is in it and he's a Nordic god. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. I don't know. Surely they have it. Because Percy Jackson is like a very, very, very popular series, so I would be shocked if they just genuinely didn't carry it. Let's see, I'm sending you some builds I built on Alfie server, so the builds I built on Alfie server are small. Okay. Let me see. Ooh. Pretty. I like that. Ooh. I really like that too. Wow. That's a really... Is that oak or birch? It kind of looks like birch to me. That's a really good use of birch if that's what it is. It looks like it. I like that. That's a good work. That is French. I have no clue what you said though, Dream. Let's see. Haven't seen you in a while. Hello, hello. It's good to see you. Hydrate and posture check. Thank you very much, Maddie. Here's your hydrate. And a posture check. And the last time I tuned in was when you bought the space game for early access. Yeah. Starfield. That's just like, that would have been like almost 2 years ago, I think. Oh boy. Yeah, Starfield was the time. I actually enjoyed the game. I really did. But it was definitely overpriced. Dude, that was so long ago. It was. I was so hyped for it too. And I'm so bummed out that the game just didn't turn out the way I thought it would. I'm gonna swap hose. There we go. Oh yeah, I also give them 3-month terms, and I'll try to help if they want to go onto another label. I've had people tell their artist peers about the good experience of Spicy Records and wanted to be on due to the positive experience. That's awesome. You're doing everything right, and it's all about the customer experience, essentially. If you give them a good enough experience, even if you have a negative, if you give a negative experience at some point in time, they're usually willing to overlook that to some degree, as long as you try to do your best to fix it. And that's awesome, dude. You're doing a great job. It's my time. I'm gonna leave now. Bye. See you, Laraki. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. It was good seeing you. King Check Media. I will check that out here in a second. We don't even have Harry Potter in our local library. Dang. I'm sure I could get Harry Potter, but I'd have to request it. It's somewhere within our system, I'm sure. I don't know. I don't go to our library very often. Oh no. Not the silly room. Rip, dude. Whip. Okay. The other picks are a villager trading hall. Okay, I gotcha. That whole build, all of that stuff is looking cool. Seriously. Anyway, one of my artists convinced me to watch Young Sheldon. She's got me and my younger sibling a little hook. So, Lurk, have fun, good night, and good luck. Alright, sounds good. Sounds good, Spicy. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Go enjoy Young Sheldon. I've heard it's a great show, so enjoy. It's not every day you get to say that you know a record label owner. But I genuinely get to say I know a record label owner, which is so crazy. It is so crazy. I don't think I know he does I think it's primarily rap that he does, but you know, if I ever went into a music career, there would be a slight chance I'd consider going that way if I didn't go independent. I kind of like the idea of independence, but you know, Spicy's a good dude. Seriously. Why is it so hard to make an Amazon account? Is it hard to make an Amazon account? I don't know. I haven't done it in like a long time, so it might be. been a very long time since I did it. So long ago. The other picks for Villager Training Hall, I went silly. You were too silly. Young Sheldon is great. I'm so close to it being out of memory where I can go watch it again. That's awesome, dude. I hope you enjoy it again. I haven't watched it all the way through, but the episodes I did watch were always fun. I guess one thing, since we're speaking about rewatching, I finally rewatched K-Pop Demon Hunters. And you know what? It was better than what I said it was initially. You know, I said it was okay, but I actually genuinely did like it. I would rewatch it again. I'm not going to rewatch it for a while, probably, because I've got things I need to do. But it was a decent movie. And I would consider doing it again. Imagine a mushroom growing atop a fallen log. What color is it? I feel like I'm in a social experiment, because I had this question... We had this question yesterday from you, didn't we? And I said... white or brown. But what do I want to say today? You know what? Like, a pastel pink would be a really cool mushroom. What color? Just the first one you think of? Oh. First one I think of? Oh, it's always red. If it's like the very first color I think of when it comes to mushrooms, it's always, 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 always red. Well, okay. It depends on the scenario, and that's the thing. So, in terms of, like... In terms of real life, if I'm thinking real life mushrooms, I've never seen a red mushroom. I've only ever seen the white, like, wild mushrooms that I used to grow up around. Those that used to grow out of logs and out of the ground, out of the dirt, you know. That was where those mushrooms were. But in terms of, like, a fantasy setting, I know I'm overthinking this, but in a fantasy setting, it's going to be red. Red or purple. And... it drives me nuts, because I can see both at the same time. And I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. But I can think, like, two... I don't know how to explain it, but I almost think two things at once. And I know that's, like, physically impossible, like, you can't technically multitask like that, but I do. I don't know. I'm not the exception to the rule, I promise. Because that would just be, like, hypocritical. No, not hypocritical. That would be impossible. You can't be an exception. To assume you're the exception would be to, like, be so almost narcissistic, I would say. In some regard. Sometimes it's the complete opposite of being a narcissist. It's a, what do you call the opposite of a narcissist? I guess, like, I don't know. Somebody tell me the word. If somebody could Google that, I would be very much, appreciative. So I can't think of the word all of a sudden. I want to know it. I was playing World War Z Horde mode earlier. And got like 7 auto turrets and all razor wire by the gate. I was supposed to... my gosh. 7 auto turrets. That's gotta... wow, okay. I'm all for it. I like auto turrets. They're pretty cool. Echoism? Is that what it's called? Echoism. Okay. I would say, yeah, there are some cases where if you think you're the exception, you're a narcissist, but there are some people where you're an echoist, where you think so little of yourself that you think you're the exception to some rules, where it's like, for example, if I tell you that you can do great things because you're simply you're a human being. Human beings are able to do great things. There's so much evidence that any human being can do a great thing. By you saying, well, not me because I'm me, that would be you being an echoist instead of a narcissist, in my opinion. Echoism is a trait exhibited by people adept at echoing their feelings and needs of others, often at their own expense. Some experts view echoism as the opposite of narcissism, which is more prevalent in younger people. Interesting. That's really interesting. I had never heard of the term before. Boom. Boom indeed. That's really interesting. I will have to, I'll have to try to remember that. Echoing the feelings and needs of others, often at their own expense. So, like, when they say echo, do they mean, like... I suppose that means, like, they adapt themselves. They hollow out what they actually feel and need for the sake of what other people need. They fill it with that. That's interesting, and that does line up. That is actually a very young person trait. It's about people pleasing to some degree, where you force yourself or you tell yourself that you have to feel this way because other people feel this way. That's actually kind of how I felt about K-pop Demon Hunters. I won't lie. I really didn't understand why people liked it. And so I was really searching for a way to feel what people were feeling. I did tell the truth when I said it. Like, I didn't love the movie. I did like it. It was okay. But I didn't love it until I rewatched it again. Now I'm like, okay, this is actually a pretty good movie. There was a lot of details that I missed the first time around that really made me love the movie more. Still didn't like the ending, but you know, there's a lot of... I had a lot of things going around there where it was probably around that line of like, oh, I am trying to mimic what other people feel here because I want them to be happy with me. So I'll tell you what, guys, I think a lot of people were upset that I didn't like that movie like they liked it. I felt so bad. Because I didn't want to invalidate anybody. It was a good movie. I just didn't think it was as good as everybody else said. And I think it's still good. I think it's a little less than what everybody was saying it was. But it's still good. Like, I just didn't like the ending. And that's for personal reasons, not... It was an okay ending, really. It's just... For the sake of not spoiling it, I won't say anything, but... I'm not okay with the ending. That's all I'm saying. Boom, book's been bought. It comes Monday. W, you were... What book did you say you're buying? I'm sorry. You said earlier and I forgot. Alexander Hamilton biography, right. Well, hopefully... Oh. Hopefully you enjoy it. Well, darn. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. I messed up. Oh well. Bought the Alexander Hamilton one today. Oh. We'll probably buy the Stephen King one tomorrow. Gotcha. Okay. It's never a bad thing to have extra books to watch. I mean, I don't actually have a list of movies to watch anymore, do I? I think I got through them all. But I like to try to have a list of things to watch occasionally, because it fills up my time when I have nothing else to do. So it's not a bad thing to have extra books set aside. Especially if you ever end up going on a trip and you have some downtime, you can just sit there and read some more. I just saw a featherless owl. I got traumatized. Oh no. I can imagine that being traumatizing one, dude. That sounds awful. I remember we used to look up hairless cat pictures and show them to my sister because she was freaked out by them. She always thought they were disturbing to look at. I was like, look at this freak of nature. Do you see him? This is a face not even a mother could love. Yeah. Hairless cats are disturbing. But I can imagine a featherless owl is pretty disturbing as well. I'm trying to read a bit older stuff to make my vocab better. I want to read the Odyssey and Iliad soon too. Dude, do it. Do it. Absolutely do it. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely expand your vocabulary by reading older material. My vocabulary is... It's not bad, but it's not great. I don't know. Some of the words I learn, I can remember, but I have a hard time remembering things. And I don't want to just use the excuse of like, oh, well, it's because my brain physically just doesn't recharge like everybody else's. But like, that's kind of why. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is, words are hard. They're very hard. This is a beat. It is. It kind of is. You're right. Let's do. Every cannon is indeed 7 auto turrets. W. We love auto turrets. 7 is a good number. What's your guys' favorite number? I'm curious. Does anyone have a favorite number here? And what is it? Mine has always been 7. But that's because I was born on July 7th, so it's 7/7. Around about 7 in the morning too, interestingly enough. 6, 7. Okay, you're gonna have to explain, because like I seriously don't understand. What is the 6/7 thing? This sounds like it might just be brain rot, and you know, I thought better of you. -4? 4 is a good number. If my favorite number wasn't 7, I think it would be probably 8, which is a multiple of 4. And the reason why is because I really do love the fact that 8s pop up everywhere in computers. Because, you know, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, you know, all those numbers all correspond to bits and such, which are really, really integral to computer science. So I've memorized so many of those numbers, and I love them. Yeah, that's one thing I really do like. I've had a lot of people say like, how did you memorize that many? I don't really actually know. I just love how much sense it makes to have everything based around the 8s. Some rapper said 6/7 in a song. So, and then some nerd made an edit where he said 6/7 and it randomly cut the song. Okay. And then the internet said, haha, funny, I guess. Like, I'm not trying to diss, but I just don't understand, I guess. That's all. You know, when someone says 6/7, it's funny, and we go 6/7. Okay. You kids and your youthful humor, it really is something. I don't necessarily understand, but I'm glad that something is funny. That's all that I care. That's all I care about. Give me a second. Give me a second. I am lit up in my DM, like right now. Okay. We're fine. Don't spam me or I'll block you. I'll do it. Okay. No, we're too busy laughing at Trisha Payta's baby. What? Time to Google. Trisha Payta. Guess I need to add baby here. Aquaman Moses. Why? Why? I'm in here on Reddit. This person said, remember when we were all shocked when Gwyneth Paltrow named her daughter Apple? Such simpler times. That's so weird. Aquaman. Why? Can I, like, why Aquaman? Why Aquaman? Why? So my number one that we were so close to naming the baby is not a movie poster, but I loved it so much. It's Moses' poem Water Snake. Water Snake? I love Water Snake. It's the year of the snake. Moses is a snake. What? We love water. I loved the movie Waterworld. I loved the name Water. At the end of the day, Moses loves water. I've adopted his philosophy. Papermate, Aladdin, and Moses Jr. Moses Jr. would have at least been okay. Aladdin, I would have allowed to slide. Papermate, Aquaman, Water Snake. Who is this person? Who even is this person? Hang on. Who even? This is some YouTuber? I'm sorry, I don't even know who this person is. Bold personality, dramatic flair, and controversial content. Early success was from America's Got Talent, Modern Family, and Eminem music video. They've also had a music career, including writing religious pop. I doubt I've heard any of your songs. Hang on. I Love You, Jesus. Thick. Fat Chicks. Freaky. I Love You, Moses. Warrior. Playground. COVID Christmas, I hate my life, only fan. What are these song titles? You got things like a Jesus Bop, I Love You Jesus, next to songs titled Freaky and OnlyFan. I'm so confused. Who is this person? Vlogs, podcasts, music, and mukbang. California. That makes so much sense. Okay. 37-year-old from California. I'm starting to get a picture here. I think I understand. Not to stereotype, but any millennial from California might have some issues if they're an internet entertainer. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, where's my bed then? Hang on. Here it is. Sleep. Okay. Hi, Eggnog. Hello, Juanito. Welcome on and hope you're doing good. And now Ozzy Osbourne died and Hulk Hogan. Yes. Yes, they are both very much dead. And I learned a lot of interesting things about them at lunch or dinner tonight. I didn't eat lunch. I forgot to eat lunch. That was the thing. Oops. And then Orange Man in South Park. I mean, that wasn't at all surprising. South Park puts people in their stuff all the time. Putting Donald Trump in South Park is like, that was bound to happen, like, in the next 4 years anyway. I mean, I Love You just goes hard. I mean, I'm not making fun of her, necessarily. I'm just, like, really questioning the collage of, song titles there. That's all. She has also been in 15 movies? What the heck? This week has been wild. That summertime rush just, like, kicked in, I guess. Yeah, it has been kind of crazy. Ozzy Osbourne kicking it all off. Then we got Hulk Hogan. The duality of man right there. And then... this poor baby being named Aquaman. Like, if she were gonna name him Aquaman, why didn't she just, like... I would have even been fine calling her Baby Water, okay? Like... very awful to call your kid Water, I feel like. You could have substituted it for River. That would have been appropriate, I would say. But you chose Aquaman. If you really like Aquaman the superhero, why not, like... why not, like, call it Jason? Call your baby boy Jason. After Jason Momoa, okay? That could have worked. Or whatever Aquaman's secret identity is. I don't know if he has, like, a alter persona or anything. He may just be Aquaman all the time. This week has been wild. Google the UK right now. What's going on in the UK? News. Go on X? Okay. X.com. Search. UK. Over 10,000 people have signed a petition to rename Birmingham's airport in the UK to Ozzy Osbourne's International. I kind of am for that. Check the headline under today's news. Oh, hang on. The headline under today's news. I don't have... I don't have that headline, whatever one you're thinking of, anyway. Let me see. Oh, there's also been a lot going on in the political world. That's not, I don't think that's what you're talking about, but specifically about a certain man who had a certain island with a certain list. A lot of that's been going on lately. That might be something you're talking about. I don't know. Wait, what? You're kidding. You're kidding. That's awful. I have no words for that one. Okay. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but whoa. Okay. So I'm not sure what the problem is with the UK mandating age checks, actually, for adult websites. I know a lot of people are upset about that, but why are these websites not complying? Like, let's ask the real question here, just really quick. Why are these adult websites throwing such a fit about having an age check? I'll tell you why. It hurts their bottom line. They know who's on their websites. They know whose mind they're damaging with that content. I don't think it's such a monstrous thing to do to require that we don't allow kids to look at that kind of content. I don't know. That might just be me. But these companies are acting like they're being targeted. And I mean, to be fair, they are being targeted. It's because of their unethical practices. Like, I don't know. I could name all of the sites right now that are throwing fits over that. There's a lot in the US that have had this issue too, and they've suspended business within some of these areas. Like, was it Utah that banned they've banned the adult websites, I think, or only for they required an age check, which basically banned all of them because the company that owns all of the sites basically said, we're not doing that, we're just gonna leave you. And I don't know what kind of things they're trying to showcase there, except their own evil. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and preach to you guys about this, but those websites are filled with plenty of immoral things, and it's not about the content of the videos necessarily. Although sometimes that is the case. There's a lot of illegal activity that gets put right on there, and it is sickening. You guys opened up a can of worms. You don't know how you guys didn't know how I felt about that yet, but now you do. There's a lot there that makes me mad that stuff is just allowed to be so rampant. The world is currently wild. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's I'm gonna say it though, based UK. They were actually based for once. I don't agree with everything the UK does, but that was pretty based of them. And I could tell you all why. I mean, like, it's not for today's stream, and I think YouTube would actually throw a fit if I started talking about it. Just because of advertiser-friendly guidelines, essentially. But there's plenty of reasons to support what the UK just did, if it's what it looks like to me. Maybe they're requiring an age check on anything, on any sort of website, but on that specific type of website, absolutely. I'm sorry, but that is perfectly and totally okay, and should be followed suit everywhere, in my opinion. Dude, I got banned from an 18+ YouTube stream that streamed Minecraft, and all they said were cuss words. What? How'd you get banned? Hello, Technoblade tributes. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We love Technoblade here. Techno is a cool dude. And also, welcome back, Chad. I don't think I said anything about you coming back, but welcome back. They said I wasn't of age, and they said they had to ban me. Oh, yeah. Some places do that. Some people do. And I mean, that's up to them to decide if that's what they want. But I do also understand it's kind of like, I don't know. Some people are perfectly okay with listening to plenty of cuss words, and especially, you know, some parents are okay with their kids listening in on that stuff. So I mean, it's not like they need to sit there and parent you, but some of them feel like some of them would rather not know how old you are. They don't want to associate with anyone that's under the age of 18 just for their own sake, which is fair. I get that. Especially with how a lot of YouTubers have been turning out. It's just easier to say, I'm not going to be around those people so that I can stop any accusations before they ever show up, because I can always say, look, I have made it very clear I don't interact with people under 18. I think that's very closed-minded. Your innocence will prove itself, usually, in those scenarios. And, you know, I'm also just family-friendly in general, so that kind of helps me out a lot. And they should set the age restriction to 18+, because I know YouTube allows that now. Yeah. Yeah, if they would just set their streams to show only to show to adults, then it would be fine. But it does technically hurt their discoverability, but so does swearing. So it's kind of like, you know, just choose what you want. I don't know. Thabo, welcome on in. Hope you're well. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. If you couldn't tell, you're welcome. Jeez, can I say anything other than welcome? Apparently not. Can I subscribe? You can if you'd like. You're more than welcome to. There's that word again. Welcome. Alright, we're gonna go to... not the outpost, sorry. Community area. Stronghold. Welcome. Oh man, we're actually gonna be able to build end bases in season 4, because we're not gonna be resetting the main end, so we can actually build some cool stuff out there. That's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really, really cool, actually. Do a geometry dash stream? Maybe one day. I don't know if I will or not. I have played Geometry Dash before. I used to play on my iPad back in the day. You playing in a server? I am, yes. This is my viewer joinable server. It will be wrapping up its season within the next month and a half or so. But you're still welcome to join it if you'd like. Geometry Dash Lite? I have no clue, man. I had no clue there was a difference between that and the PC version. If I'm honest. Boop. Boop. Y'all remember when Minecraft on the phone was Minecraft Lite? That was a long time ago. Oh, that, man, really, really long time ago. It was really weird. That same kid I was talking to earlier about Fortnite. He and I also talked a bit about Minecraft, and I realized I had been playing Minecraft longer than he had been alive. And that hurt. I'm not gonna lie, that really hurt. The realization, I'm like, oh yeah, I've been playing Minecraft for 13 years, and like I could see his eyebrows raise, and I was like, oh, I'm old. Yeah, good times, good times. Light would be only the game levels. If you buy it, you get to build your own, play other people's, etc. Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, I played that one. I don't have my rockets. That was almost really, really bad. Okay. I had a heart attack. Next season, we're gonna be able to do like a really cool end spawn. That's gonna be awesome. Hostile mob sounds back to like 20%. There we go. Boop. 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 Okay. Alright, we need to finish this. We need to do this. Like, stat. What time is it? It is 9:18. I need to finish all this dirt. Oh my gosh. We've got almost half of it done. I think we might actually have more than half done. So, it's been 2 hours. Oh boy. Okay. Grind time. Grind time. Let's just go layer by layer here. Did you ever see that statue I made, lol? No, I don't think I did. Maybe you showed it to me. I don't remember. Is it in the Discord or is it just on the server? I can go find it if you can tell me where it's at. Or if you set home and you tell me your username, I'll be able to go to your home. And I can find it there. But it's up to you. I would like to go see it, though. I try to see whatever you guys get up to. Just server? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna float an idea for you guys here for King SMP Season 4. I've been thinking about doing this already for a while, but I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it. Separating the SMP into its own Discord community. Which would overall hurt, like, the Twitch and the YouTube stuff, technically, because if you're only there for, King SMP, you're not gonna get, any sort of announcements or anybody talking about watching the streams necessarily in there, but, that's not a big deal to me, honestly. But it would give us the opportunity to do a lot more channels that would be more suited towards King SMP, like doing a land claim place where you guys could type into a form and show where your land claims are and do pictures of it, so that if I needed to go and look at a base or something, I could go and look in the coordinates channel and see all that stuff. You know, there could be a lot of cool things like that I would like to do, but I don't know if we ever will, because I don't know if that's something you guys would be interested in or not. Go to realcrafted.com. Home, real corrupted. Whoa. Holy cow, hang on. Let's just go free cam. What the heck? Dude. Holy cow. Like, that is just impressive. I'm gonna, like, see if I can get a little bit of a FOV reduction here. Picture doesn't really do it justice, but still, that is insane. Dude. Is she solid? No, okay. I was gonna say, no wonder you needed so much stone. That is actually crazy, though. Seriously. That's amazing. That's really cool, dude. Thanks for putting it on the server. That's awesome. I'm glad that it's here before the end. Let's do it. Okay. There we go. Wow. That's insane. That's really cool. That's so cool. That's all that. Okay. Yeah, make it solid, but just the shell is 6 hours. I don't blame you for not doing it solid, dude. Seriously. That is huge. 6 hours is an insane commitment to a project anyway. I respect it. I respect it, seriously. It's night again. How is it already night? Okay. Time is, like, going by so quickly, and I don't know... I don't know how to solve that. It's going by faster than I'd like it to. That's all I know. First big build I done on a server? Well, you did a good job for what it's worth. And I'd love to see that kind of stuff hit the server again when Season 4 starts, which is a long way away, but... you know, definitely just want to throw it out there. You did a good job. Although, you know, if I get a job, which I'd like to, then Season 4 really won't be that far away, really. Because what I'll just do is I'll take every dime that we make from Twitch and YouTube and from all the fundraising that I'll be doing for King SMP. Which, by the way, I almost have one shirt design done, and it's a weird one. I have one that's definitely done, and then I have one that I'm working on getting done right now. But It's a weird one, but I think it's kind of interesting in a meme sort of way. So I think people will probably like it. I don't know. I spent a lot of time on it. I'm not an artist by any means, but I may have become an artist incidentally. Pixel art is a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys have ever done pixel art, but I've been enjoying it. It's a really cool thing. Appreciate it. I think my Minecraft building phase is over. Now my PvP phase is here. Hey, that's fair enough, dude. That is so fair. I love pixel art as well. Yeah. I want to find more excuses to do more pixel art, but I don't know of very many in all honesty. The only ones I could think of right now might be like Omnia. I might be doing some pixel art for that. But that's only for very low graphic settings, which will probably be during the optimization phase. So sometime during our beta, I'll add an option for it. Oh my goodness, YouTube Shorts are out of hand. King, what? What's up? What's up, Swift2? What did you send to me? What? I'm just... I'm not even gonna ask any questions, you know? I think I know better than that. It's literally two shorts slammed into each other. Yeah, it's so weird. Why is that like... That's such a weird thing. YouTube is having some fun, I guess. That's, you know, they're gonna add that feature before long. Like, if you're on a desktop device, you can watch 5 shorts at once. Because we know that you need more stimulation, right? But in the reality is, if we all just cut back on our stimulation just by a little bit, we'd be overall more happy people and wouldn't feel like we need to be stimulated all the time. Tyler, the Creator's new album is #1. I actually have only, like, listened to 2 Tyler, the Creator songs. And I don't know if I just haven't found the right songs, or if I just really don't like... I just don't really find that I enjoy his music. I don't know. I'm sure he's a great dude. I struggle, apparently. Oh yeah, he put out a new album, even though he just did that. Ring, ring, trust me, ring, ring, ring. Alright. Ring, ring, ring. Okay. I have it pulled up in a tab. I will watch that, or listen to it after stream. I will listen to it after stream, and if it's good, maybe I'll give him another shot. Who knows? I'd like to like it. I mean, you know, second chances seem to be helping. You know, second chance for K-pop Demon Hunters. That seemed to have done it. Maybe a second chance for Tyler, the Creator. Who knows? I pulled my tooth out yesterday with no pain, no painkillers. The pain Felix wasn't... Pulled my tooth out yesterday with no pain, no painkillers. Pink Police was my baby. I pulled my tooth out. I don't know if I understand silence. Did you pull your tooth out? Or is that a quote? Is that like a song lyric? I don't... You guys gotta remember, I'm like 2,000 years old, so like... I don't understand everything. You're gonna have to explain it to me like I'm your grandpa, okay? That's an unfortunate thought. Am I really that old? I really don't understand the one thing where people spell tough as T-U-F-F. Like, does this make me tough or whatever? It's like I don't understand it. I want to understand it. Like, I want you guys to be funny. But I really don't understand it. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh. Okay, so is TS... Is that Taylor Swift? Or is that slang for something else? Yes, is this? What? Okay. 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 But why? Yes, this. I mean, like, I get it, but I just cutting out the high. I mean, but why? Like, we have... It saved you, what? 2 milliseconds to not press the H or the I? This is a long word? It's not! It's not a long word! I'm gonna crash out. I might crash out. You're kidding. You're actually kidding, right, Swiftu? It is not a long word. Like, it bugs me that people shorten down thanks to, like, THX. Like, I don't know. If you're really thankful, you would just type thanks out all the way. Or better yet, say thank you. You know? Be specific about who you're thanking. I don't know. Maybe I'm old. That definitely solidified me being old. Never mind. You ungrateful twerps. 50% off. I mean, like, comparatively speaking, yeah, it's a lot shorter, but it saves you 2 milliseconds to get rid of those letters. Like, what are you gonna do? Watch another Instagram reel or something with that time? Like, it's not even that long. Is TY. Okay, I can at least get that. That does stand for thank you. TY is okay. I will allow that one. Just like I allow NP, no problem. But how does TS become this? I don't know. Shortening it down based on initial. That works. Good time, I think. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Enjoy your chicken. Probably. Panda, welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes. Hello, hello. Okay. 69, nice. I didn't even notice. I didn't look at the number. I should always look at the number. It's good to see you, though, seriously. We're just working on the river today. We have begun the long process of playing King SMP pretty much every stream from now on. This is gonna be a long month and a half, probably. But we're gonna have some fun with it at some points, so that'll be nice. Okay. We also need to remove the, I need to remove the beacons before long. Thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I removed that one. I gotta go down there and remove that one. That one over there needs to be moved. I had to decide if I want to work over here some more after we fill in the water, or if I just want to call this bare minimum and be done with it. I just gotta figure that out, honestly. Because we've got a lot of projects that still aren't done, and I feel really bad not having them done. To actually get that mountain done is going to be insane. Just trying to think how we can do it. So how do you make, how would you make, like, smooth stone? Is that when lava touches flowing water, or is that when flowing water touches, or is that when water touches flowing lava? I think it's lava touches flowing water. Or just when it touches water in general, maybe. I was just gonna say, I wonder if I could lava cast, essentially. Just lava cast the cliffside that I'm working on. But that might be a little difficult, I don't know. That may not even look good. That's the hard thing about this. Like, I want my build to look good, but I also need to finish it. So, I'm in this impossible place where it's like, how do you do both? It would take me probably a full month just to build the cliffside behind the village and everything. I may work on that off stream, actually, because that would be an easy thing for me to do. Probably. Okay. We're at least almost done with the bulk of this all. And then I might take a break here in a few. Actually, hang on. When is our next ad? Okay, when our next ad starts, which is in like 8 minutes or so, I'm gonna take a quick break, just to get up, stretch, go get some water, all that stuff. So, you know, just throwing that out there, keep that in mind. But I'll be back. So like, don't worry. just don't worry. That's all I gotta say to you. Okay. That'll get my blood flowing a little bit, and I can come back at this with a renewed mind and a couple of more thoughts, maybe. Okay. Oh, tonight. Oh, boy. Hang on. Okay, I've got time. I was gonna say, I promised that I was gonna call Gus today. And I wanted to make sure I leave enough time for that. So I gotta dart out of here in about an hour. Okay, we got time. We're good. But yeah, I promised I'd call him, and I also need to finish my Q&A video so that it could come out tomorrow. I hate getting videos done the night before, but right now that's just kind of what's been what I've been capable of. But I'm gonna be trying to get a backlog going soon so that we can actually, I don't know, actually have content coming out when I'm not stressed, which would be great. Maybe more time to work on stuff too. Almost there. At least with this layer. Then we're gonna move up to the next piece, which is gonna be a long one. That one's only about a quarter, not even that. Probably like an eighth of the way there. Okay. Missing spots. And just like this, we are good to go. Okay. Oh, wait. There we go. Now we're good to go. At least until these trees grow. Which will happen at some point. Also, there we go. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. I fly up. That is all dirt now. Sweet. Done quite a lot really today. That's an impressive amount of dirt made. Our next spot is gonna be just over here. We're just gonna go layer by layer, getting each spot done one by one. Ooh, oh no. Yeah, that hurt. I'm gonna take a quick break, like take 5. I'm gonna let some ads play here in a second. I will see you guys in a minute. But I will be right back. I will see you guys here in about 3. Commercial 180. All right, I'll see you soon. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I am back again. Right there, and right there. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I don't know what I did to my shoulder. They don't feel good. It's fine though. Probably. We'll make it work. Got Minecraft to do, guys. We don't have time. We don't have time to worry about that. We have to play Minecraft. Alright, let me come over here and sleep. And what I'm gonna do really quick is I'm going to rip out this beacon. And then we're gonna grow that tree where it's at, underneath the beacon, to help kind of clean up some of that moss. And I guess we'll also have a beacon, which is gonna be nice, because I mean we didn't need another beacon, but it never hurts to have another one, I guess. You know? Never ever hurts to have another beacon. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this beacon since we're already almost over, but you know, beacons, am I right? I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with my riches. We haven't built a... Oh, we should build like a treasury. I don't know if I have room for it anywhere in my base, but I really should build one. I'm thinking in that cave that Bionic started a while ago, we should like build... That could be where we put my treasure, maybe. I'll build like a little vault in there, and then maybe we have like a... To hit every single task that I want to hit is gonna be hard. I might have to spend some time tonight after stream just planning out what I need in order to make the base quote-unquote complete, and then what I need in order to have everything I want. Because I'm gonna have to be okay with compromising some of my ideas, I think. But, you know, ideally, I can just... Ideally, we do everything. I don't know. I have to think about some stuff, it seems. I'm thinking we need to at the very least finish our 2 mega trees. The one that I haven't finished yet needs to be done. I said I would finish that, I never did. I need to finish that. And then I also need to finish putting all the trees around around the mountains and the mountain range. And I just, generally speaking, need to get most of the terraining done. There's no way we get it all done. Like, even just one of those tasks is gonna take us most of the time. But to try to do everything is quite bold, really. Go. Alright, please. There we go. Some of those were being very stubborn. I just want to make sure they weren't getting saturated by the water. There's another one. Not on my watch. Go. There we go. How's that? Better? Maybe. Who knows? Alright. Sit up straight. And breathe. Do, 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 boop. Bop. Alright. Where is all this water coming from? I mean, it is apparently, like, soaking into the land. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's go this way. Oh, yeah, we need to clean up this beacon, too. I don't know. Let's go ahead and just do this side first. Actually, you know what? Let's swap gears. I need to swap tasks like a little bit because I'm just dying here. I'll probably do the rest of this off stream, so I can do that while talking to somebody else. I can do that after editing. It's something that doesn't require much energy, so I can do that easily off stream. What we're gonna do right now, though, I'm gonna take all this. If I can. You know what? Boop. Turn that all in. Go. There we go. Alright. Yeah. So what we're gonna do, take those over to the shulker area. And I'm gonna actually... I have no clue what I'm gonna do exactly with all this stuff. I might just stuff it in the treasure room. You know what? We could probably work on the treasure room a little bit today. I mean, I didn't really intend to, but we could. That was kind of just me spitballing about the fact that I had no place to store my stuff. So, I mean... what if we did? Let's just start with bringing some stone. And then we'll worry about other stuff after that. But stone is kind of like gonna be the basis of the cave anyway. I can take you, put you in here. Take you, put you here. Okay. Silk cut showdown. Okay. So down here, we have this huge cave opening. And I still gotta do a lot of work to here, but that's okay. So imagine with me for a second, kind of come up this path, and we'll just kind of go over here to... I think right about here, honestly. Do like archway almost. It should go a little higher, but general idea is correct. Something like that, right? A little less even, so like that. Okay? And then that's gonna come out here. Thank you for submitting your taxes, I appreciate it. That'll be where the actual treasure room goes. that tells me what I need to terraform in here in order to finish this. The interior of the cave, at least. Which, a lot of it's been done for me. A lot of it hasn't been yet, either, so... I'll have to wait and see how that goes. But I'm thinking it'll kind of have, like, a little windy path a little bit. Right about here, probably. And the reason for that is because we're going to put like a vault door of some sort, maybe some sort of redstone door in here that you have to do a color, or not a color combination, a keypad combination on buttons and stuff. And in order to do that, I really want to kind of keep it all hidden as well. And then back here will be where the treasure actually goes. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. Over here. And up. And over and around. Okay. So yeah, what you'll do is we'll have that. And then I'm thinking like how do I want the inside of this treasure room to look? I'm kind of thinking, what if we had like a resource pile for each resource I have? And then, and then I could just kind of toss in extra materials if I have too many. I can just toss them into my chest and stuff. So I'm kind of thinking spruce wood would be like good block choices for it. And I'm also thinking you should step down into it. So like, door opens up right here. And then you go through it and you go down. Problem is, I don't have the redstone door mechanism, so I don't know exactly how big it's gonna be. Although I'm kind of thinking of doing like the slime block method. The flying machine really quick, because that was so easy. It'd be so much easier, honestly. So I might do that. I'm just trying to think of some ways that we can kind of keep it unique and interesting is all. So what if we... I don't know, it doesn't even look like a good entrance right now. I feel like for the entrance to look better here, what I might do is I might bulk up the outside a little bit. So it would kind of be more like... that sort of deal all the way around. Kind of coming all the way out though. Which would kind of help create a distinctness to it a little bit. And it would also, I don't know what it would do, but it would do something. Okay. Boop. And then down here, how's this look? Okay, that's better. Yeah, so we just gotta keep going with that idea a little bit. And then I could always texture it a little bit with like some cobblestone and andesite just to draw your eyes in, because I don't want to over texture it because then the whole build will look under textured. Right now it just looks like it's all stone, which is fine, but we can use our texturing to our advantage here a little bit. Okay. Let's get this entrance sorted. Okay. Ouch. How's that look? For now, that's good. We just gotta keep going down, basically. I might just start from the bottom, work our way over. Oop. Oop, oop. No, right there. Okay. How's that look? That side is definitely better than what it was. I will say I might thicken up on the inside here as well, just to kind of give it some more intrigue, I guess. I don't know. You just gotta do this other side as well here. This side's pretty, sad looking. Okay. Like that? I don't know, it doesn't look right still. Let's like try to enclose it a little bit more, like this. Yeah, that helps a little bit. This side just needs to kind of be broken off and curved in a little bit more. It's not looking right here. Like that, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, okay. And then right here, we're just gonna kind of do that. And then... there we go. I'm thinking the dirt leading up to this will probably be coarse dirt, so that it looks like dirt blew in. But it doesn't have to, like, be grass or anything. It sets it all apart just a little more. Okay, sure. Sure, that's not bad. Here's your dab, Admiral. Appreciate it. Okay, that's definitely better than what it was. Okay. I'm not feeling that right now. I'll come back to that later. I do like that idea. I know I need to spend more time doing other things technically right now. Okay, we've got probably a... Oh, let me see how much time we have before the ads start again. Okay, we've got 39 minutes. I should probably give myself about 20. Okay. Okay, so we'll leave that alone for now. Probably leave the whole cave alone for now. Over there, this area over here, there's some more terraforming we need to do. So let's just come over here and start this. So, the plan to do here was kind of like... if I can kind of get this terraforming incorrectly. That. Can I? Okay. Well, I can't get around that way. We're gonna go around this side. It's either start top side down. There. Okay. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know if you guys can kind of get the vision, but I'm imagining anyway. Something sort of like that. And that going all the way across to there. So that it actually kind of completes the vision of this area, really. I mean, it'll help. Because that's kind of the problem. Again, layers. Layers go with everything. So you've got this huge volcano there, which, by the way, looks really good from this angle for some reason. We got those mountains there. But breaking up, like, the skyline just a little bit more and breaking up your view with mountains with another cliffside would definitely help, I think. Do you mind accepting my Discord friend request so I can invite you to Discord server? What's the server about, if you don't mind me asking? Dang, we didn't retain them that long. Okay, oop. Drop that down to... oh, okay. Right here. I was thinking we go... we're along here. Okay, I'm doing it wrong already. They're right underneath. I think we can make that work. Yeah, hang on. Do this. And then that kind of comes up here. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Kat. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. It's the destination Discord, the stage SMP. Are you in my Discord, Jorby? If you want to go ahead and make a ticket, I'll definitely be able to get to it right after stream. But yeah, you can put it in there. That's what's up. Not a ton. Not right now, anyway. We are trying to just get a decent amount of our work done here on the SMP, as much as we can, anyway, before the end comes. Which is, it is a process and a half. We're actually doing a project I kind of forgot about right now. We were working over in the river, turning all the podzol into mud. Or that's what we were going to be doing. But now I'm working on this cliff over here. Just trying to kind of give it some more... hang on. Just trying to give it some more variety to break up the skylines and such. Boop. I will miss that. that sunrise beaming in your face, man. This is what we're over here with right now. So I mean, we've got some decent some decent cliff faces in. We should be able to get the whole cliff in actually, just kind of casually before the end of the stream. I've got a phone call I need to make right after stream, so I'm trying to make sure I don't spend too much time on perfectionism, which is also like kind of important anyway, because this has to be speedy. So it just works out this way better, I think. Break that one, do that. Down like so. Kind of a flat wall though. Let's break that in a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm really tired, so I'm gonna go now, but good luck. It already looks good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Go get some sleep. I hope you you have yeah. Did that make any intelligible sense? No, but I think I was trying to say have good sleep. Probably. I don't know. Minecraft is a pro king. I'm pro king. Yup, it's me. It's me. It's okay. Thank you. No problem. Good night. Good night. Sent. Sweet. I will hop in there as soon as the stream is done. I can actually do that while I'm on the phone. It should be good. Okay. Down. We'll go there and then we'll kind of curve in like so. Okay. We can get more. We can get more. We can get more. I'm playing Fortnite. Nice. Have you had any, how have your rounds been so far? Getting any dubs? Alright. Any stone up here that I can remove? Because all of this stuff is kind of in the way. There's some stone there. Okay, we can utilize that. Good. That's good. Glad to hear it. Okay. Only other stone we have here is these big boxes, so we'll just take one of these. Boop. We shouldn't need, like, thousands of stone for this project. At least not on this side. On this side, I mean, we're going to need a little bit more, but I think I'm going to only be able to do the one side, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I forgot there was another side to it. But the idea was that, there would be a pathway going through it, so the pathway would go through the gates, and then it would lead up into the caves. And then, I guess we're not gonna be able to do the rest of this. So many ideas I had. I'm realizing I'm losing them all, though. I'm just gonna have to write them down and do them later. That's the one downside about this. Okay, like right here, up one more. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Like that. Possibly. It's a really narrow entrance for the really wide gate. But that entrance, I'm hoping, will kind of... I don't know, I think... Tell the full story of what happened here. I'm gonna need so much more time. I don't have time. I don't know. I'll figure it out. That's what I'll do. I will figure it out. For now, though, we just can't focus on that. We just need to build. Build, 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 build. Okay. We met a long time. We did. We did indeed. Yesterday. Okay. Break that. Up here. We'll do that. Like so. And then it's just kind of filling in the pieces a little bit here and there. That. The dirt will fix itself. Just don't have the time to deal with it. That's all I know. You keep telling yourself you have no time. You'll start to believe it, right? Eventually. Let's, like, actually dig this out. And put one there as well. Put one there and then put one there. Okay. And then right here, that also needs to be there, there, there. Okay. Sweet. I met a lot of Minecraft YouTubers and Roblox YouTubers. That's awesome, dude. I watch a lot of Minecraft, so I've been lucky enough to meet a lot of people who also play Minecraft on their streams and in their videos, and it's been fun getting to know everybody. I hope that I can keep doing that. That's what I really do enjoy about content to some degree, is just how unique each person is and how much fun they are. Get rid of all this netherrack here. There's all guidelines to kind of plan out some stuff that we ended up doing. I don't need it anymore. Okay. Gotta finish this little subsection and we're good. Okay. Stone. One there. Two there. And two there. Okay. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Sweet. I do need to kind of blend the mountain down, don't I? Or the volcano. That's gonna be troublesome, but I can do it. We'll do that another time. Probably next stream, maybe. I don't know. Next stream might be more so mud-based. I gotta start writing down all the plans I have for the space, so that way if I ever do revisit it in another video or something, maybe I can try to incorporate all those ideas. I like chicken. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Do remember playing Sonic and Mario and Master Chief? I played Halo a little bit, yeah. And yeah, Sonic and Mario, I loved myself some Sonic and Mario for that matter, but Sonic especially. I used to play a lot of those older versions of the game on my DS. That was a lot of fun. Is it vanilla? Yes, the server is vanilla plus, so it's just a couple of small plugins to help maintain a server community, but it's mostly vanilla in the sense that it is it is. There's no mods needed. I knew I'd find the words eventually. Just took me a while to find it. Like Pokemon? Oh, that's awesome, dude. I have not really played any Pokemon, but I've heard, and I know a lot of people really do love it, so I respect it. Do that. That will help. I need to sleep. Okay. Now we do that. Okay. I'm liking where we're going with this. I think. This wall is so straight edge, though. That's the problem. I need it to be like a little more dented in, I feel like. I don't know. We're doing decent. I mean, compared to what was there, this is infinitely better, so I can't really complain necessarily. This is also very much unplanned to put in here at this very moment, so I'll take it. I will take it. Let's do that. I don't know why I broke that, but that's okay. There. And then go. Oh, get back here. Thank you. I don't know, but I think we may have just finished this cliff. So like that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that turned out good. Okay. That was kind of for the moment, in all honesty. But I'm glad we did it, because that does look good. All that we'll have to do now is maybe on next stream we can kind of smooth out some of the dirt here. Try to get the volcano connected back to the ground. Maybe we can even touch up around the base of the volcano so that it's not a hard edge. And clean up the villager houses. And then we need to do this side as well on a cliff. And then we just need to work on the through cave a little bit more. But that will come through the cliff side here. We'll have a way into that cave, and then I don't know, I don't have the time really to work on this stuff here, but no, I really don't know. It can take you into that cave, but the problem is, how do you get over there? That's the issue, and I don't think, like, I mean, we could just build a bridge. That is a large distance to cross, in all honesty. We might have to terraform the river some more. Kind of like, bring it out to where this layer is here, and bring that one in a little bit as well. But, kind of clean up the dirt a little bit so that there's less of a gap to bridge. And I think we could do it. I think we could do it. Because we gotta get all that stuff going as well, which that is a big area. Okay. Sweet. Do you remember playing Little Big Planet? I did not play Little Big Planet, no. But I do remember people talking about it. I remember seeing commercials on TV. From what I remember, it was a pretty good game. At first, when I read your message, I thought Little Big Town, which is, music. I was really confused. Okay. I think we are gonna go ahead and close out some things here. YouTube, let me see if we got a home for you right now. Customization, redirect. I do not have a home for you guys, unfortunately. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna encourage you guys to go find a place to go watch some more streams, watch a video, do whatever you gotta do. But I appreciate all of y'all for being here, seriously. You guys have been crazy lately. The support has been phenomenal, and I appreciate all of you on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. I'll catch you guys again on Monday. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye.